YouTube as well, just in case anyone wants to know. It's streaming
Okay.
live on YouTube.
Okay, so we are recording now, right?
Yes.
Thanks, Rabina. Okay, good afternoon all, and welcome to our Navitas webinar session today. We are so pleased that we have invited our college representative to join us in this session. Before we jump to the Navitas introductions, can I just quickly introduce myself and my colleague so you guys will know who is represented at what college? Extra, can you jump into the next slide for me, please? Thank you. Okay, initially, I will do the brief introductions with Navitas and Iksha, who is our student recruitment manager in the UK region. And then she will talk more about the COVID-19 update, the changes due to the Brexit. And the last bit, we will have the college representative to deliver the college information so regarding the January programs. And here we put it in alphabetical order. We have Anglia Ruskin University College. I think Jing is here today,
me.
right? Hi. Okay. Oh, hi. Hi, Lisa. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you quickly introduce yourself if that's all right?
Yeah. So my name is Nilza. I'm the admissions and recruitment officer for ARU College. I actually studied with ARU College and then with ARU. So I just graduated this year and I joined the college.
Wow. Happy to have you here. We have a Birmingham City University International College as well. Rob, would you like to introduce yourself as well?
Thanks, Bing. Pleasure to be here and look forward to questions later. My name is Rob Carter. I'm the Director of Marketing and Admissions at BCUIC.
Thanks, Rob. And we have a Hertfordshire International College. Mo is actually our director for the marketing, the recruitment team. He's in the middle of some other meetings at the moment, so hopefully he will pop out.
Sorry,
here.
I'm here.
Hi,
everyone.
You're there. Hi, Mo.
No,
Happy you're here.
thank you.
You,
It's a great pleasure. Yeah.
Thank you.
So,
thank you. Could you quickly introduce yourself so the students will know who you are?
Sure. My name is Mohammed. You can call me Mo, and I'm the Director of Marketing and Admissions. And looking forward to speak to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Mo. And the next one is our London Brunel International College. And today we are so happy that we have Wei Yang to do the presentation for us. Over to you, Wei Yang.
Hi. Yes, hi everyone. I'm Wei Yang. I'm from London Brunel International College. I'm very pleased to be here today. And if you have any questions in the end, please feel free to ask.
Thanks, Wei Yang. And then we have Leicester Study Global Center as well.
Hi, everyone.
Hi,
yes,
Diana.
Hi, Bing. So pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me. I am the Senior Marketing and Admissions Coordinator at the Center. I used to be a University of Leicester student myself, so we'll be more than happy to answer any questions about the college and the university.
Awesome. Thanks, Diana. Last one, it's our University of Plymouth International College, and we are so pleased that the team Gusto can participate us here today. Over to you, team.
Thank you very much, Bing. Yes, hello everybody. My name's Tim Gutzel. I'm the Director of Marketing and Admissions here in Plymouth, in the southwest of England, at University of Plymouth International College. Looking forward to speaking with you all and hearing your questions. Hopefully we can get some good and useful information across for everybody. Thanks again.
Thanks, team. Okay, right. So for those students you may know or may not, Navitas, we are a global education provider. So we are currently working with more than 35 universities across the world. And all our colleges are fully embedded on the university campus. And what kind of products we do here? So the majority programs we do are foundation, international year one, and pre-master. Iksha will tell you more about what those programs that we cover. So here, the idea for those pathway programs, we help the students who have the slightly lower academic or English level to help them to cope with their studies from our pathway here. So for example, if you are looking forward to go to the university from Hertfordshire University, for example, but you have like a slightly lower academic background or lower English requirements. And as we know, a lot of international students has experienced that the difficulty with their English. So we're here to provide course and service for our international students and make sure that they can achieve the credits and cope with the study for their year 2 in the university. So from the day one, the student who join us in the college, they can access all the facilities and the programs that we cover, including business, nursing, life science, engineering, and etc. So all the programs, any specific programs, for example, if you're looking for art design area or aerospace engineering programs, we do have cover all the programs with our UK colleges. Here also there's a very unique point that I would like to mention. We accepted the high school English qualification instead of IELTS. So for example, if you have studied in some other institution in UK, and then your transcript have the English courses on it, we can actually consider that to exam the English requirements from our colleges here. Considering a lot of the students, especially EU students, they work part-time during their study, and then we do have the flexibility in terms of the study move. And then we provide the extra additional academic support for our students. Here I would like to point out, we deliver like small class size for our students and make sure every student can get our tutors and then attention to make sure they can pass all their modules and the exams. So any student experience like academic difficulties, they will be allocated personal tutors to help them and guide them through their study period. Next slide, please. Like I mentioned earlier, for the programs we deliver, apart from foundation first year pre-master, there is another one I would like to point out. It's the pre-sessional English courses. Some of our university, some of our colleges and the university deliver those pre-sessional courses together. So for example, if you have IELTS or TOEFL or Duolingo English qualification, didn't meet the entry requirement there, don't worry, we have the English courses for you. So as long as you have the conditional offers from any single of our college here, you can apply the pre-sessional courses accordingly. And some of our colleges can put the pre-sessional options on the conditional offer as well. So make sure that if you receive any offers from us and thinking about that English requirement might still the barrier that you have at the moment, contact us and then we can make sure that give you the right options. Guarantee progressions. Speaking of progressions, currently, I would say we have above 90% of students successfully progress onto our university programs. So for those students, if you have any academic difficulties, go to our personal tutors, or if you have any issue, you can't really participate the exams on time, you can contact our student service team in the college. SLC funding available for domestic and EU applicants. Especially for European students, I think this is most asked question from them. For those students, if you arrive UK before 1st of January next year, it's actually like 2 weeks later. You don't need to apply any visa for that. So those are the general offer we deliver from Navitas. Okay, I will pass the next couple of slides to my colleague Iksha, and then tell you more about the course program and how we deliver those programs for you guys. Over to you, Iksha.
Great, thank you, Bing. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining this session today. So my name is Iksha, and I am the Student Recruitment Manager for Navitas, looking after all of the Navitas colleges in the UK. So if you have any questions, please drop your questions on the chat function and we'll answer them at the end. So just picking up from where Bing left off, talking about our course programs, as you can see on the screen, we've got a wide variety of courses available, ranging from art and design to nursing to sciences. So this is kind of I've just combined all of the courses that we have across all of our colleges. So I'm sure we have a course available that, a course that you might be interested. We've got it available in our portfolio. Just moving on to the next slide. It's frozen. Great. So Bing already touched upon this earlier, but I'm just going to explain a little bit more about our points of entry. So we have 3 points of entry, 2 for undergraduate level and 1 for postgraduate. So for our undergraduate level, we have foundation and first year entry. Foundation is 4 years program. And first year will be 3 years, which is the standard degree program. So depending on which qualification, depending on which country's qualification you hold, it will determine whether you're eligible for foundation or first year entry. So, in terms of EU students, I guess the most popular destination is Spain. So for Spanish student, it would be ESO for foundation, and first year would be Bacharelato. For Portugal, it would be year 11 for foundation and year 12 for first year. So that's just generally to give you an idea about our entry points. Our first year degree at Navitas is 3 years, which is exactly the same as it would be if you went for direct entry point. But if you want that additional support, or if you've had a large study gap, then first year with Navitas is a great option, because you get that extra support, and it will help you transition to our partner university. And then with regards to postgraduate, we have pre-masters, so they range from 1 to 3 semester. Generally, it's 1 semester long, but if you're looking for art and design courses, it might range from 2 to 3 semester. So I hope that kind of explains the pathway module. To quickly give you all an update about COVID-19. So for our January intake, our campuses are going to be open. For our students, we're offering them 2 learning options. So it will be a blended learning, which will be a combination of face-to-face and online learning options. So when you have accepted your offer with us, at that point, you can tell us which option works for you, and we will make sure that we try and get a suitable learning option based on your preferability. And then lastly from me, I'm just going to quickly talk about changes due to Brexit. I know Bing kind of already talked about it earlier, but for our EU students, for the January 21 intake, student finance loan is going to be available. So in terms of changes, there are 3 categories where you might fall into. So if you arrive to the UK before the 1st of January, January, then there will be no changes. So no changes and no visa will be required. You will need to apply for the EU settlement scheme. If you arrive to the UK after the 1st of January and are planning to join us for the January intake, then there'll be no changes to your fee status. However, you will need to apply for a visa through the student route. And finally, if you arrive in the UK after the 1st of January and you don't make the January intake and you might be looking at September, then there will be changes to your immigration status as well as your fee status. So I hope that kind of just covers the main FAQs that you might have around Brexit. So now I'm going to hand over to my colleague Musa from ARU College.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this webinar. And as I said before, I work for ARU College, and welcome to ARU College as well. So we are currently offering all our foundations, which is good. So this January, we have opened the fast track program with student finance. So we can basically offer all the foundations starting in January. So the progression is made as we made it before for international students. So you'll be studying from January till August, and you will progress to your first year in September. So as I said, all the foundations will be available to do this. Unfortunately, you won't have the summer break, but you'll be able to start your first year earlier, and you'll be able to graduate with the students that started in September 2020. So we have many pathways. We have architecture, art and design, business, and so on. So there's many pathways as available in this slide. We do have 2 campuses. So our university offers the courses around 2 campuses. So the main campus is Cambridge. So it's 48 minutes direct train for central London, 30 minutes direct train to Stansted Airport. And this is the second highest employment ranking. We are a global community. So in Cambridge, we have people from literally all across the world. It's good that we also have links with the University of Cambridge. So when I was studying in the Anglo-Ruskin University, I could actually go to the University of Cambridge and assist to some of the seminars, and also use the library from the university. And as you know, the University of Cambridge is very well known and is actually accessible for ARE students. In terms of the Chelmsford campus, this one is a bit closer to London. So it's 30 minutes direct train to London and 34 minutes to the airport, to Stansted Airport. You might not have heard about this city, but Chelmsford is actually one of the newest cities in the UK, and this is the birthplace of radio. And this was also one of the first Roman settlements in the UK. So why ARU? ARU has achieved many ranks in the past few years. So we are 350 universities in the world. We are on the top, and we are also on the top 150 best universities in Europe, which is good. As Iksha was saying before about offering the 1, 2, and 3 foundation semesters of foundation, we have quite changed that. So at the moment, all our foundation programs are 2 semesters. So we are no longer offering a 1 semester foundation. However, if you are in UK before 31st of January, and if your English is not quite good, or if it's a bit below the requirement, we will be able to offer you a 1+1, where you'll have 1 semester of English and 1 semester of your actual degree. And this will allow you to start your foundation earlier and not having to do an additional English course, which is good. So can you just put the next slide, Iksha, please?
Just putting it on.
Okay, so I'm gonna speak with you about nursing studies. So this is quite a recent course, because this has changed from the nursing we offered before to now. So at the moment, we are offering a foundation in nursing studies. So this course is basically one of the routes for you to apply for nursing adult, nursing child, and nursing mental health. So during this foundation, you'll be prepared for you to start your degree, and you'll have a few tests. This is the only foundation that we have a few different tests by the end of it. So you'll have to have successful completion of 120 credits on nursing, successful interview, the disclosure and barrier servicing, and other tests that you'll need to do. This course is available in both campus. As Iksha mentioned before, also like in terms of the arriving in the UK before and or after the 31st, if you'd like to progress into one of the accredited courses, because this foundation is not actually accredited, and this course is not actually accredited by the Nursing and Midwifery Council. If you'd like to progress into these courses, if you are in UK before 31st of December, you'll be able to progress into nursing child, nursing mental health, and nursing adults. And you'll be able to complete your degree as a nurse. And of course, that the foundation will be included in that degree. So it will be 4 years of intense learning, and I'm sure that you'll enjoy it a lot. And that's it. If you have any questions, just ping us a message or an email, and we'll be here to support you.
Great, thanks, Nilsa. Next up, we have HIC. So before I hand over to Mo, I've just got a video that I'm gonna share. Oh, sorry, my bad. Sorry, it's BCUIC, Rob from BCUIC.
Thanks, Iksha. Yeah, it's BCUIC, not HIC, but Mo will be along later to update you with HIC. So I just wanted to run through a few things for you this afternoon, if that's okay. And thank you to everyone who's already presented to kind of talk about a lot of the general things that that will be very much across the majority of the colleges. But there's a few things that I just wanted to mention around BCUIC specifically, if that's okay. So one of the real key reasons why you might want to think about coming to BCUIC and BCU is because we're located in the heart of Birmingham, which is the UK's second largest city, and it's got a student population of more than 75,000. It's one of the youngest major cities in Europe, and under 25s account for nearly 40% of the population. It's a really exciting time to come to Birmingham, because if you do join us, you'll most likely still be studying when we host the 2022 Commonwealth Games, which I guess will be one of the first things that we really see after hopefully the end of COVID into next year. So some of the reasons you might want to come to the university itself in Birmingham is the seventh in the UK for employability, which is a real key stat, because we're very focused on enabling students to get their career started once they've completed their degree with us. 97% of students are in employment or further study within 6 months of graduating, and there are over 100,000 international alumni across 120 countries. So there's no excuse not to make friends and also business contacts moving forwards as well. So in terms of the college, teaching takes place on the university's £260 million city centre campus. We're very much right at the heart of the city and right at the heart of the university as well. Our students are well integrated with the other mainstream students at the university, with many of the classes taking place in the university facilities, where we need things like art and design, studio time, for example. We've got the flexibility of the 3 intakes, along with many of the other colleges, and also we've got many different courses that you can see we can access in January as well. So the majority of our foundation and our pre-masters courses are available, and business courses are available for first year as well in January. So some of the things that our students really look for is a professionally accredited UK degree, a university with proven outcomes, work placement opportunities, industry standard facilities, and big city experience without necessarily the price tag that you will get if you need to be looking at London, for example, and also support in transitioning to UK study from overseas. And we have, across the courses that we offer, there are many, many different professional accreditations that we have, around 50, including Platinum ACCA teaching status with the maximum exemptions. The university is also the largest Cisco Systems Academy Support Centre in the UK, and obviously you can see there we've got the TEF Silver status. So in terms of that focus on career, the university courses are designed to address industry gaps and make students as employable as possible, with module options available so students can tailor their study to suit their own particular career aspirations. And there's an on-campus employment agency that students can access paid work alongside their studies to give them a genuine taste of the working world. We also have access to the Graduate Plus scheme, and the awards program enables the student to work through it from bronze, silver and to gold, with many different extracurricular activities. So a student will come out with more than just a degree, more than just a piece of paper that says you can study, real practical experience that enables you to go on to be very successful in the future. So we've got access to many different work placements. Most of the courses that we offer have at least one work placement, and some have it one every year, for example, childhood studies. And there are many different companies that students can access, such as multinationals. We've got Microsoft, Cisco, Jaguar Land Rover, all have locations very near to where we are. And there's a lot of enterprise and practice-based projects as part of the curriculum to support students. So just going back to the city itself, Birmingham is a very vibrant city. It does have that smaller price tag, for example, than London, where prices can be 50% lower in Birmingham than in London. But if you want to visit, it's still very easy. There are regular direct trains that take just over an hour and 20 minutes. There is a new train line coming over the next few years called HS2, which will reduce that time to under an hour. And also, because we're at the heart of the National Rail Service, it's very easy to travel around the rest of the UK to visit different cities and towns. And we also have our own international airport just 15 minutes away from the city centre by train. In terms of the faculties that we offer, you can see from the courses that are available in January, we offer many courses through art, design, media, business, law, social sciences, computing, engineering and the built environment, and also health, education and life sciences. I'm also getting, one of my colleagues, Tim, has just reminded me to let everyone know that we do have the world's largest Primark in Birmingham. I'm not sure if that's a positive or not, but that's what we have. So we've got obviously the dates for January. So if you are looking to come to study with us, then our course starts on the 25th of January. And I'm sure you will all have noticed and listened to Iksha around the different things that you need to remember. If you are an EU student, then obviously you need to either be in the UK or looking at the new student route if you're not here by the end of this month. Loads of accommodation options, as you'd imagine. Just the last thing I wanted to mention was lots of accommodation options, many within a very short walk, and therefore located very much in the heart of Birmingham, of the city centre. So lots of opportunities for you to examine different accommodation options. All will be en suite, all very modern and very much ready for you to move into. I think that's probably about it from me. So I'm going to hand back to you, Iksha, if that's okay. And hopefully we'll have some questions later on.
Great. Thank you, Rob. I'm just going to move on to HIC now. Great. Mo, I'm going to hand it over to you now.
Iksha Bing, I'm not sure if it's just me, but I can't hear anything, or I can hear something very, very faint.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was me. Mo, are you there? Can't seem to hear you. What I'm going to do is, thanks for that, Rob. I'm just going to move on to the next college and then get Mo to talk about HIC in a bit, because I can't seem to hear him. So just gonna move over to the next slide. So I'm gonna hand over to Yang from LBIC.
Yeah, so thank you, Iksha. I'm Yang from London Brunel International College, and my presentation today will be fairly concise. I will give you a brief introduction in 4 main areas, which are its location, its facilities, work placement opportunities, and also very importantly, the Brunel Internal Language Test. Firstly, location. So London has been consistently voted as one of the best places to study in the world. And fortunately, Brunel University is located in a town called Uxbridge, which is west to London. And it's about 15 minutes journey away from Heathrow Airport. So that's we call Brunel University is the one that's closest to home. Because of its location, actually quite a lot of our students tend to choose work placement in the Heathrow Airport as well. Back to the location. So it's about 15 minutes drive from Heathrow Airport to the Brunel University. And also we have buses dedicated to transfer students to and from the Heathrow Airport. And in terms of the commute to central London, it's very straightforward. All you need to do is to get an Oyster card, which is a card that you need to use for tube journeys. It takes about 40 to 45 minutes to arrive at central London. And it's a very straightforward journey because you don't need to interchange at any station. You just need to stay in one tube line. So it's very easy journey into central London. And secondly, its facilities. Now, we call Brunel University is an all-in-one university, which means that all the facilities are located in one place. So within the university, we have accommodation, gym, bank, supermarket, and pharmacy, and so on. In terms of the accommodation, we have more than 4,500 rooms in the campus, and around 95% of the rooms are all en suite. And when you come to study in London Brunel International College for the first year, your accommodation is guaranteed, which is very good for international students. In terms of the work placement, now I have listed the pathways that we have. So these are not the name of the programs, but the categories, let's say, that we have for you to choose from. Almost 80% of our courses all come with work placement a year. So this is also linked to its location, really, and also because of Brunel's strong links with lots of companies, particularly for engineering companies in the UK. Lots of students have found work placement in Dyson, Land Rover, and we also have, in the university, we also have a very dedicated career team to help you find the work placement for you to complete for that year. All of our undergraduate programs are 2-term, and the postgraduate study are for 1 term only. But as I said earlier, it doesn't matter if it's undergraduate or postgraduate level, around 80% of our courses all come with work placement a year. In terms of the Brunel Internal Language Test, so from this year, we have started offering online test for free, which is really handy for students who can't travel that freely at the moment. So for the online exams, it's about once or twice every month, and as I said earlier, it's free of charge. And if you can meet the English entry requirement via the Brunel Internal Language Test, then we will not require the IELTS certificate. However, if you don't meet the English requirement, we can still use the Brunel Internal Language Test result to match the corresponding pre-sessional English course that you can take. So this is something that we strongly advise students to take when they apply. So today I have also prepared a short video about the college, and I will ask Iksha to play later. But as I said, that my presentation today is very concise. So if you have any specific questions, please feel free to ask me at the end of the presentation. Thank you, Iksha. Would you mind playing the video, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks. Just moving on.
Coming to Brunel University, coming to LBIC has really changed my life. This place is just such a great, diverse, multicultural place.
I'm from Kenya.
I'm from India.
I'm from Jordan.
This university gave me this confidence to become the Students' Union President. So I became the first international student to ever win election in the history of Brunel University.
Joining our international community. Apply your mind. One of the greatest things about LBIC is that it's a platform from high school to university.
LBIC has taught me a lot when it comes to being confident and being myself. One London campus.
So everything has been provided over here, everything has been facilitated for the students.
At LBIC, I can also practice my running skills at the Indoor Athletics Center.
Getting ready for work. I chose LBIC because it generates a great educational environment.
My favorite thing at LBIC is the lecturers. They are very helpful and motivating. If you don't understand something, they will explain to you in a different approach till you learn.
With the help of LBIC, I've been able to progress farther than I expected.
Brunel gives me the opportunity to work on my skills, my leadership skills, my communication skills. It was fun, it was interactive, and I loved it.
Thank you, Iksha. So hopefully I can see you and meet you in person in London Brunel International College one day. Thank you. I'll hand over to you, Iksha.
Great, thanks, Yang. Just gonna move on to the next slide. So I'm gonna hand over to Diana now from Leicester Global Study Center.
Hi, thanks, Iksha. And again, really a pleasure to be here. I won't be too long. I will just provide a overview around the University of Leicester and the Global Study Centre. But just to provide you with a geographical idea of where Leicester is, if you haven't heard when the Leicester City Football Club won the Premier League back in 2016, we are the 10th. We are based in the 10th largest city in the UK, and Leicester is exactly in the middle of the country. So it's really easy to reach London. It's quite close to Birmingham as well. And it's a very central location overall. The city itself, again, is counting 450,000 inhabitants. So it's not too big or too small. And the University of Leicester campus is centrally located in the heart of the city as well. The campus, it's quite compact, and it reflects the nature of the university being a very traditional university founded back in 1921, but also quite modern. And that is not only in the facilities, but also in the way that teaching is carried out and delivered, and especially the research. In fact, the power of the research has been quite outstanding in terms of discoveries that the university is famous for nowadays. So just to mention a few, DNA fingerprinting was actually started in Leicester as a research project, and is now applied in everyday life, from the legal sector to more scientific research projects. But as well as the famous discovery of King Richard III by our archaeological team in the heart of the city, and as well as many other projects that are still very relevant to modern world research. So the subjects that are covered are, as you can see, quite a wide range. So the courses that the university offers and that the pathways at the Global Study Centre lead to span from aerospace engineering to software engineering and all the humanities subjects that you can see on the list as well. It's something that I forgot to mention, but yes, probably one other major research field at the university is perhaps the aerospace research, because we not only have built over the years so many tools that have gone into space, and our research team is leading on projects with NASA, for instance, but also Leicester and the university are hosting and funding the National Space Center that is based just a few miles from campus. Campus itself, as I said, is quite compact. Everything is around you, and it provides not only the departments and the library that's open 24 hours a day, but also there's the Students' Union Center and the Career Development Service. So it's always really nice and you know quite cheerful as an atmosphere, because you always bump into someone that's you know, and it's really easy to make friends for life. You are a University of Leicester student from day one at the Global Study Center. You will be given a university ID card and are able to access all the facilities. And that's just a brief overview. The reasons why, well, I chose Leicester at the time was also the reputation that he had in terms of rankings. So consistently over the years, the university has scored really well, and it's still now amongst the top 25 UK university. So it's also very well known in the world for being amongst the 1% best universities. And again, this is coming from a really solid background in research-led teaching, and so as well as again opportunities for career development, and this is reflected in the award that we got given for being one of the top 10 university for producing CEOs. We have our own innovation hub in the heart of campus that's helping young entrepreneurs to develop their own enterprise. And on top of that, the university is just so central, and it's really easy to get around. As I said, it's got a really lovely park, as you can see from the picture, and that's probably one of the things that makes it really great to study here. And overall, Leicester is a very happy city. So that you know, you got the best of both worlds, meaning that you have a big campus and big opportunities as in you know bigger cities, but also the quality of teaching and location. So I do think I put a video there, didn't I, Iksha? And that is just just to give an overview of what the student body looks like, which is again very diverse as the city population is, and how committed and research-led the teaching provided here looks like, really.
Great. I'm just going to move on to the video.
I want to change the inequality within education.
It would be climate change.
I want more women to be involved in engineering.
I talk a lot, this is the issue. Okay.
I want to change the culture around marginalized groups.
I'm all about medicine, not just being a pill.
I'd like to make everyone happy by improving mental health.
I want to change the fact that discrimination even exists.
It doesn't matter where you come from, as long as you love what you do.
I want to change gender inequality.
This is what I want to change. What do you want to change?
Great. Now I'm going to hand over to Tim from UPIC.
Thanks, Iksha. And thank you, everybody, for your attention over the last hour or so. I realise we're quite short of time. So I'm just going to focus on three main things that I would like you to remember about Plymouth and the University and University of Plymouth International College. Three main things. One, is our location. We have a fantastic location in the southwest of England. We're a coastal city. The university's campus is in the heart of the city, and you can walk through the town centre to the seafront in 10 minutes. So fantastic coastal location. Inland, we have the Dartmoor National Park. So it's a great place to live, not just a great place to study. If you're worried about being far from London, just remember the UK is a small country, so we're only about 3 hours away by train from the centre of London. So location, that's the first thing I would like you to remember. The second thing is about value, actually, and about cost. So a lot of the universities and colleges you think about, you'll see very similar fees, tuition fees, but living costs can be very different from city to city. And I know Rob mentioned that the costs in Birmingham were significantly lower than London, and they are in Plymouth as well. So typically student accommodation in Plymouth will be less than £100 a week. It could be as low as £60 a week. And that will be for good quality accommodation that's very close to the city centre, that's very close to the university campus as well. So high quality, low cost, conveniently located accommodation. That's part of our value proposition. So value, cost. That's the second thing that I would like you to remember about Plymouth. And then the third thing is we like to provide what we call a kind of home from home environment, a soft landing for international students who are coming into the UK from their home country. It may be the first time away from home. It may be the first time away from your home country. And we're really conscious of that. A lot of staff in the college, we've been international students ourselves. We know how that can be a challenge. So we want to support students from day one to be successful. And we realize that's about academic study skills, about English language, but it's also just about somebody being there when you have a problem. So you can come into the college, talk with any of us, with our student services colleagues, about any issues we may have, because we realize it's about studying, but it's also about living here and being here for a number of years. So you have to feel comfortable. There may be intercultural challenges that you experience. So we realize that being a supportive family kind of environment is a really important part of student success. So those are the three things I would like you to remember: fantastic location, fantastic value, and a great home from home environment. There are lots of facts there to back it up as well, and we offer lots of different programs. That's all quite dry stuff. And I'm happy to give more factual information for anyone who wants to follow up on that. Final point that my colleague Rob from Birmingham has reminded me to mention: Plymouth has the best ice cream in the UK. And that's, I think, a very important factor in choosing where to come and live and study. Thank you.
Thanks, Tim. Just got a quick video that I'm gonna share with everyone. Great. I'm just gonna go back and hand over to Mo to cover HIC. Hi Mo, over to you.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay, great. Okay, I do apologize for earlier. Well, Tim, we don't have the best ice cream, but I think our ice creams are not bad here in Hatfield as well. So yeah, my name is Mo. I'm looking after the marketing and admissions. So what makes us different from other universities, other colleges, which colleagues have been talking about? So first of all, I mean, let me share my personal experience with you. 15 years ago, I was in your place. I was looking for a university. I wanted to become an international student. So my personally, I'm coming from an average family, so I was looking for a place which would be considered to be in a nice big city and at the same time very affordable. So that's how I would describe Hertfordshire. If you are looking for somewhere which is only 20 minutes away from central London. So we are outside of London area, which is a good thing because cost of living is considered to be outside of London area, which means for a single room, you can rent it from 400 up to 600 pounds a month, which is considered to be very affordable. At the same time, it only takes you 20 minutes to central London. So that's one very good thing about Hertfordshire. Why should you consider studying with us? Well, we have 2 campuses. We have more than 30,000 students. Yeah, we do offer almost everything except for general medicine. So just people ask us, can you give me some examples of what the university have been doing, for example, in the industry? I mean, for those who are interested in arts, animation, for example, we have, you all know, for example, Harry Potter movies. So the special effects for Harry Potter movies were created at our studios. Or for example, the special effects of movies like X-Men. So that's how the art students or the game students are being involved. And for students, let's say, for example, who are keen about other subject areas, let me just give you some more in detail information. So we are ranked among the top 4 in the UK for economics, according to Guardian in 2020. We are ranked number 7 in the UK for tourism, according to Guardian. We are ranked the top 10 in the UK for engineering, according to Guardian. So for other areas like also radiography, film production, journalism, we also have quite good ranking. Also, as I mentioned, we are quite strong and we have quite strong reputation for arts-related programs. But specifically for gaming, we are ranked number 4 in the UK and number 7 in the world. And we also won the Tiger Award, which is one of the top awards for the gaming industry. What makes us very unique? We have our in-house accommodation. So we have like almost student village just behind our campus. So it takes you 5 minutes to get to your classes. So it's also the cost is also very affordable. And what makes us also very unique, as I mentioned to you, let me share my personal experience with you so we can understand each other better. When you decide to go to a university, it's not just about the qualification, it's about other opportunities or other things or areas that you are looking for. For example, some of you might be keen to have a part-time job, or some of you, for example, might be keen to, you want to be in London, but at the same time, you want to be somewhere which is very affordable. So I'll give you an example of our students' lifestyle. Usually they'll be studying, working during weekdays. During the weekends, they just get the train in 20 minutes. They are just in central London. And also, I mean, as an international student, you're not only looking for qualification, you're looking to go to a place which they will be willing to give you the additional support, the additional assistance, the additional help you will need. Moving to a new country, moving to a new place, you will need the extra help. And we have that community, and we have the staffing with resources at Hertfordshire to provide you that support. And last thing from me would be, if you're looking to study with us, if you need any help, please get in touch with myself or Iksha or Bing. We'll be more than happy to help you. And I think for EU students specifically, if you are planning to come to the UK, the post-Brexit rules. So if you already have the pre-settled or settled status, you still can study with us you still can apply for the SLC funding in 2021. But however, if you are planning to come for the January intake, specifically with HIC, we have the SLC funding only for the low courses. I hope I'm not trying to take much of your time, but if you have any questions, please feel free to share it in the chat box. And thank you for organizing this webinar, and special thanks to SI UK colleagues. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Mo. Just going to cover one last thing with everyone. So just on the screen, I've put down our dates. So all of our colleagues, colleges that have attended today. So all of the dates are listed on the screen, our enrollment start date and our enrollment end date. So as you can see, we're quite flexible. There's still plenty of time to apply for our January intake. Some colleges going up until February as well. So if you haven't made up your mind or if you're still considering, then I would advise that you get in touch with SIUK and submit an application with us, and we can have a look at your qualifications, your applications, and see if we can offer you a place to study with us. That's everything from us. Now I think we can move on to any questions. I think there are already some question. There might be a question that I've seen earlier. I have a question here about a doctorate program. Unfortunately, we don't offer the doctorate program. What we offer, the highest level of entry would be pre-masters with us, and with the idea that you do pre-masters and then move on to the master's program with our partner university.
I just reply that student. So for that student who are looking for the PhD program, I think you better check with the university partner. If you're thinking about to study PhD programs with our partner university, just feel free to get in touch with our partner university as well, or SIUK might can give you more information. I believe apart from IELTS English qualification, university would definitely accept more English qualification like TOEFL, Pearson, or they offer internal tests, etc. I suggest you go to SIUK Corley for more information in terms of that. Do we have any more questions for us?
I
If
can't
not,
see.
then we can call it a day. We will end this meeting. I'll put my email address and Iksha's email address in the chat box. So if there's any questions left, there are emails on the screen, so you can take these emails down and directly contact them. But thank you everyone for joining us today, and thank you everyone from Navitas who joined us today with the presentation and everything.
Thank
Great.
you, Rabia, for organising.
Thank you, Rabia.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank
Bye.
you very much.